Good evening, John. How are you?
Good evening. I must have froze. Have I froze?
No, you're okay. You're a little bit. Yeah, you're okay.
I can't see nothing a minute. Something's happened my end.
Right. Well, you're still coming through.
Right, there we are. Right, well, all I could see, I could see me and you, right, and you were frozen and I are frozen. Something's happened my end is all. But anyway, I think we can carry on with that. I just won't be able to see anything is all.
All right. Richard Powell, good evening. How are you, Richard?
How are you doing, Richard? All right?
Yes, we got a bit of a show here every Friday evening, and we do a bit of cooking on you. John's cooking naan bread tonight, and I'm cooking a tomato soup, all from scratch. And John, you're frozen. Richard Powell just said.
All right, let me try and go out, right?
All right. There we are. There we are. You're better now. Oh, he's gone again. I expect he'd be back now. Technology doesn't work straight away, does it? Tell you what, let's get rid of this this overlay as well. So, there we are. John will be back now in a minute. We'll split the screen. Up, here he comes. There we are.
I can see better now that I'm out of there, is it?
Well, no, it's okay. I just
take my good. Yeah, it's froze again for some reason. Oh. So how many we got in a minute now?
7 watching, and Richard Powell's commenting. Do you know Richard then?
Oh, yeah, Richard Powell. I don't think so.
Oh well.
I don't think so. Where you are you from local, Richard?
He's from London, I think. Yeah, there's a picture of him showing London. I don't know if he's from London. He's welcome anyway, wherever he's from.
Of course he is.
So how did your job go? Was it okay?
Yeah. Like I say, I had a job. I had it 9 in the morning. Everything's all right. I had got home, obviously everything going round, and about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I felt a bit tired.
Yeah.
Went to sleep. I had about 3 hours sleep, and I was right as rain after. So, but I've heard of people, becoming quite unwell with it and that, But I was quite lucky. Where you got yours tomorrow, no, Gardo?
Yeah, 4:30. So Danielle, Morgan, and John Bamsey.
Yeah, John, I could explain, but I've got I like to I got to liken this one to the thing, right? Because it's going to be quite long and it's ongoing. I received this Thursday, I think it was. Anyway, what I point to saying what day, but it's actually happening now. It's basically, she's told me they're going to be doing something this weekend, and she's going to tell me what's going to happen this weekend, early next week. So, yeah, so that's looking good, John. I'm looking forward to reading that one out, So it's basically then the first part of a story tonight,
Oh.
Sonny's in here, Sonny, and Danielle.
Danielle. So you can see everybody now, John, can you?
Now I can see everybody now. See?
There we are. See, it takes a long time for the internet to get at that hill towards you.
Honest to God, like you said, I've been Blingwimby, but they still haven't had it up there.
No, it won't go up there either. It's stopped by Bryn there. Yeah. So you've been doing the models this week, John?
Well, no, because it's still a little cold but that's all finished now. What I'm saying is it was still a little cold to do the actual concrete then. But I've done some rubber molding. For new ones. I've got a lovely Buddha, and I got a snail, and they've actually finished them today. So I've got to put the cast on them tomorrow and Sunday, and so I'll be ready to start pouring again now on Monday. So I think I'll give it a good go. So they'll be back up for for sale. The orangutans and that, and the dragons, the gorilla. So I've got 2 new ones going.
Oh, we are good, because the other ones looked okay, didn't they?
Honestly, they are lovely. You know, for what they are, for the price and everything, right? They blinking great. You know, they brighten up your garden as well. See.
What about gnomes? You don't do them?
No, I tell you what, right? There's a lot of. I'm not saying this. We paint these very good. Patsy's very good at painting them, right? But there's too much, like, not detail, but the brightness and different colours of the paints. It's hard to get masonry coloured paint. You know, I'm looking for a bright red now, masonry paint, and an orange one. It's quite hard to get, but I'll have a little look around now, see what I can do.
Yeah, it's expensive as well, that paint, isn't it?
Do you know what? The white and the black is £30 a tub.
Good God.
So and the colours are more expensive again. See?
Yeah. Oh, he's gone again. Hell of a boy, isn't he? Yeah. So we got 5 questions tonight now for the scratch card game, and whoever wins the first one to get the correct answer in, they get the opportunity to have a scratch card. Oh, is he coming back?
Good. Oh, my big fat fingers. That was, wasn't it?
All right. I'll just explain about the scratch card game.
Yeah.
Anything over £25, we split 3 ways. Anything under £25 goes back into the kitty.
That's right. That's correct. And so, you got the questions, eh?
I have.
So we do. Yeah, look, I'm happy for you to do it. Look, I tell you what, there's quite a good chance people win in, because there's not many in.
Exactly. Right. What does BBC stand for?
Oh,
Easy.
I know that.
Yeah. What does BBC stand for? Who's in that little... Question number 1. What does BBC stand for? They're all on Google, John.
They all go in. Alexa's having an idea.
Oh, yeah. Sonny said, yeah, what is the C, though?
Oh, nearly, yeah, Sonny.
Come on, what's the C? You may have given it away now to somebody else. If you don't get it quick. Neil Thomas, what's the price range on the Buddha and any of the garden ornaments you produce? Because they all look amazing. No, it's not cast. Neil Thomas.
They range from. I do a fish there at £5, right? So they range from £5. The most expensive one I do is £25, and that's the 3 See No Evil orangutans. So, you know, they could be £10, £15, £20, £25. So they not a lot of money. You go to the garden centre and a small one like that will cost you 40 quid, you know?
Yeah. So Sonia reckons the C is cash grabbing.
I reckon we should give her that because she's right.
Yeah.
No,
right, it's actually British Broadcasting Corporation, right?
Yes, it is.
Sonny's the only one that came near. So we'll do this for her now. Oh, 100,000. Oh, 100,000, John.
Huh? Oh, come on now.
Good God. Somebody's won.
No.
Yeah, no. 100,000, 3 times.
Oh,
top
what's
prize.
that? £33,000. Is that real? Go have a look at that.
100,000 it is. Sonny, you could have won, but it's a joke one from eBay. So it's either that or me and John will be in the Seychelles tomorrow, right? But that's a joke one you could buy off eBay and scratch it. I did do it on somebody, And they were very unhappy when they found out that.
Well, I'm glad you done it. I'm glad you done it quite quick. Now, I think Sony should have a proper one now because you.
Because
she did answer. You really only want to answer it, but.
I'll be coming with you. Right,
£100,000 to me, and they were just going, "Oh, is it? Is it? My God, we'd be doing somersaults."
Which number do you want, Sonny? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Which card? One, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. Number 1. There we are. Look, it's a real one. 100,000 top prize. Be funny now if we won it, wouldn't it? First line, nothing. Second line, nothing. Third line, nothing. And the bonus prize is nothing. The shame, let's scrape all that off. As you can see that we didn't win anything on there. You've got to have 3 of the same, or something in that little box, but we haven't won anything.
Oh, well, never mind.
Never mind. Should we go straight on to question 2, is it?
You carry on, mate.
All right. What nut is used to make marzipan?
Oh, I know this.
What nut is used to make marzipan? All you got to do is answer in the chat. First one to answer gets a scratch card. What nut is used to make marzipan? Brazil nut? No. Not Brazil nuts. Good evening, Carrie Ann. She's in. Carrie Ann, what nut is used to make marzipan? Danielle Morgan, almonds. Quite right, it's almonds. Danielle Morgan, which number do you want? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Monkey nuts.
Minkies.
Please. 4. Right, that's that one there. $20, $50, $10, $2, $1,000, $10, $100,000, $20, $100.
Hello, Shalom. How are you doing? I just bought a bother tonight. I don't know why, but
No.
You only missed 2 cars. No winners anyway, Shalom, in the minute.
Nothing on there either. Okay. Right then. Question number 3. What element does O represent in the periodic table? What element does O represent? What element is O? It's easy. What element is O in the periodic table? It's not iron. Sonny with oxygen. Oxygen is the right answer. Carry on second with oxygen. O. And Shalom reckons is iron. Oh, gonna have a sprout. Right, Sonny. Which number do you want? 1, 2, or 3? Sonny, what number do you want? Number 2. So is that one, the middle one. Sonny's daughter won £700 on scratch card, John.
Oh, was it?
Keisha, yeah.
Yeah, good girl.
She's going to give her mother a fiver for being
Right.
good. Okay, then.
Certainly. Good evening, Margaret. How are you?
And absolutely zilch it again.
We're not having much luck with these scratch cards, are we?
They're rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah. Margaret's in luck, huh?
Oh, good evening, Margaret. Nice to see you here. Right then. Who was the British Prime Minister before Theresa May? Who was the British Prime Minister before Theresa May?
It's easy happening, isn't it?
Between 2010 and 2016. What was his name? Very easy. No, it's not Garden Brown.
Garden Brown. Are you sure you didn't mean Teresa Green, Dan?
No, it's not Gordon Brown. It's not Tony Blair.
What so? Sonny said Garden Brown.
Danielle Morgan. David Cameron. Danielle.
Well done, Dan.
Which number do you want? Top or bottom? 1 or 2?
You confused her now.
1 or 2. This is 2. That's 1. Let's do an eeny meeny. Bottom one, is it? Okay, number 2. Let's have a look then. Ooh. Yeah. No winners though.
Oh, see?
Yeah. Nearly, innit? Look at that top line. Oh. Never mind.
Oh, that's unlucky, see, innit?
Very unlucky. Right, last question. Who won I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2019?
Ah, no then. So we won 20. The last one in Australia.
Who won I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2019?
Thinking going through it. I don't want to think aloud, see, so, right? To be fair, it wasn't. I can see the face, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if they were that famous before they got there, Siga.
Yeah, but so far, it's not Scarlett, it's not Kerry, it's not Jordan, it's not Lauren. Danielle with Jacqueline Josser. I never heard of her. There's only one card left, Danielle. So it'll be this one.
Yeah, I knew it was the girl, but the thing is, it was like you said, we hadn't heard of them before they went on, and it was the last one for this year, 2020, was in the castle up in North Wales, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Sonny's going there next year. See up at castle in North Wales.
Is she? Football? Yeah. You're locked up. She get married soon, isn't she? Oh, that's a bummer. Nothing again.
Oh, look at that. 5,000's two of them. See? Not fair, is it?
No. One day we'll win it.
One day.
But this time hard luck, everybody. It's good to try, isn't it? And they were really easy questions. So,
yeah, in fairness, they were.
John's been busy making naan bread, John, haven't you?
What I did, again, right? I explained. Oh, I have to explain to you something, right? No, because the recipe called to do it on a skillet. So the closest to the skillet I got is a bake stone, right? But I will advise against it because later on I put one in the oven and it was much nicer. And I tell you where we're at with them. You can't beat an Indian. I don't care what anyone does. You can't beat it because they got a tando oven. They've got everything there, right? But they are better than the ones you get in Aldi's and Tesco's and Morrison's. You know them, them naans that they're in the bag and you put them in the oven. Yeah. They better than that, right? So, and these don't take long at all. They're beautiful, honestly. So, honest to God, they're lovely.
We'll have a look at you making it now, then.
Naan bread. This is the very first time I'm going to try it. And the ingredients you need for this is yeast, strong white flour, butter or ghee. Ghee basically is melted butter, natural yogurt, castor oil, and baking powder. Right, so I'll get on with it and I'll catch you in a bit. Here are the other ingredients which we now need to just mix in together. Just mix in nothing fancy, but what we must do once we've mixed it in here now, what we must do is make a nice well so all the other ingredients can go in there. Okay, so the very first thing you do is put in 125 grams of fluid instead of water, warm water, with the yeast and 1 tablespoon of caster sugar, and we leave that for about 15 minutes or when it starts to react or bubble. And in the other bowl we put the other ingredients, which is the strong white flour, the baking powder, the yogurt, and a bit more sugar, and I'll be back once these are in that bowl. Next stage is to get all the wet ingredients, if you will, into the mixture. So we'll start here with the yogurt, goes in, the melted butter, there, lovely, and now the yeast mixture. Okay, now we're going to give that a nice stir and get it into a nice ball shape. And there you have it there, but I know you can't see this, but it feels soft and fluffy, not like a traditional bread dough or like a pastry dough. It just feels like very light and spongy, you know. So that's what we need for now. I now need to knead this dough ball basically for about 10 minutes until it gets very elastic. In the meantime, I'll be getting another bowl, wiping it with butter to prepare for it to rest for a good hour in the warm where it'll double in size. And then once that has happened, I'll come back to you.
So what changes?
Wow, that was
So nobody
amazingly, right? That was so therapeutic, you won't believe. Now I got to transfer it to a bowl. I'll do that in 2 minutes. Apologies for not turning the radio off on the last little stint. But anyway, here we have now a buttered, greased bowl. We put in the dough mixture that I've kneaded for 10 minutes, and like I said, it was incredibly therapeutic. 10 minutes flew by. It was a nice feeling actually, so I'd recommend you doing this just for that. So now I'm going to cover it with a tea towel and put it in a warm place for an hour, and I reckon it's going to double in size, but we'll see. I'll see in an hour, okay? Good God, look at that. I've never done any bread or anything before, but indeed it's doubled in size. So what I got to do now, I got to get a baking tray, and I got to divide these in between the 6. And when I've done that, I'll come back to you. I've left the radio on again, sorry. There we are. So that's them divided into 6. I have to use, they say, a hot skillet. Now, the closest thing I've got to a hot skillet is my bake stone that I use for Welsh cakes, which I'll be cooking them on there. Gotta get that hot. When that's done, I'll get back to you. And listen, no radio. Look at that now, look, it's the very first one I've made. Don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong, but it is looking blinking lovely. So we will have a taste of that now. And like I said to you last week, it's the likes of the naan breads, right, and the ambargis and things that are the cost things really. If you just get a curry from an Indian, it's about £7. By the time you add chips, naan breads, and your ambargis, it's up to 15-16 quid. So if you can do it this way, because what I'm going to do, see these here, I'm going to keep them in the fridge now, right? Keep them in the fridge till the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and hopefully do the naan breads with them. Right, so that's another cooking lesson done of John Morgan. I'll see you soon. Cheery pip.
Hey, that looks lovely, John.
And like I said, honest to God, right? What Patsy was telling me, she don't like bread and that, a bit doughy, don't like it. But she said with the skillet, it was. So I thought, well, I'll try, and I put one in the oven, right? And you got to watch them. I watched it. It rose a bit, but then it took the shape exactly of when you get them in India, and pulled it out. And I tell you what, it was lovely. But like I said, you're not going to get it, I don't think, as nice as Indian. But they are much nicer than the naan breads you get in the supermarkets, and for the fraction of the cost. Initially, the cost would be maybe a £5, right, to tell you the truth. But then you can make so many out of that because the ingredients you've got to use,
I think, John, that's the first time we're ever doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
When you've done it a couple of times, you'll be as good as the Indians. Because
well, honest to God, the curry I make, they love it. My daughter now, she does it herself now. She loves it.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably have a go at that myself. Try and make them and see what they taste like, because I do like it, but it's really fattening, John. For me, I'll have to alter it a bit.
Honestly, they probably would be. Well, no, the only thing I think, the flour. I don't know what was that other one I used. No, you want corn flour? Was it? It was baking powder.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'd have to work. It's the flour that you'd have to watch,
Yeah. Good evening,
but
John.
I tell you what might work here, like a Peshwari naan.
Yeah.
It is like a coconut one, right? So whether or not that coconut flour will work.
Well, if it does, it'll be lower in calories. I will. Good evening, Kyle, and good evening to George Bond.
It's the Bond Empire. Good golly.
Good God, the Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Evening, Kyle.
Right, we're now going to have a look at me making tomato soup. Now, I got to tell you, it was a bit messy.
Whoops,
Right.
so look at that now.
Today we're going to be making tomato soup. So in the pan I've already put some onion and some red bell pepper. Next we're going to put tomatoes. Now it don't matter which way they go. Some people say it's got to be skin up, skin down. It don't matter, right? Just chuck it in. With that, to give it a bit of flavour, we're going to put some herbs in. So just make it really, I'll chuck it all in. Right, we're going to put the oven on to 200 for 50 minutes. And then tell what we're going to do as well, we're going to put a little bit of the old olive oil in there. Right. Just give it a little bit of olive oil. Okay, and with that we're going to have the old B&M's sea salt, right, from Himalayan or whatever, I don't know where it's probably from Dagenham or somewhere, right, don't worry about it, chuck it on. And then the old black pepper, right, a little bit of black pepper on there, right, chuck it on there. And that's got to go in the oven then to roast for about 50 minutes. Okay, as you can see, it's in the oven nicely there. And we'll come back to you when that's all done. Now the house is smelling absolutely lovely. All the smell of basil and everything coming up. So we can put that off now. It's been going quite a long time. And what we want to do now is put everything into the... So look at this. Whoa. That's how we want it. Everything's nice and mushy, and what we're going to do now, we're going to loosen this lid up. Right. The one looks a little bit burnt because all the juices, all the loveliness will be coming out of the tomato. Right, and the onions. What we're going to do, get it all free. Put that then in our pan. Doesn't look a lot, but we can add something called passata to it now. So put that back in there. We'll wash that later. Now we're going to use this now. You could use water, right? This is called tomato passata. Basically chopped up tomatoes. So we're going to put that in there now, right? You can put the whole lot in, right? And when we bubble that up now on the stove, all the flavours from the tomatoes are going to go through that passata, and it's going to make a lovely tomato soup. So we're going to put that on there. We're going to put that up to high, medium. We're going to let that boil through. And then we're going to add, I think we better add a little bit more pepper. And a little bit more salt. Don't have to, but it just gives it a nice zing. just warm that through and keep on stirring it around so the bottom don't burn. There's some burnt bits in there, but don't worry about it. All adds to the flavour. Keep on zigging. To that, we've added in a little bit more water because it is very thick. And I haven't added any flour or anything to it to make it thick. It's just what you've seen. Now I think we'll probably strain this out because there's a lot of bits in it. I can tell you this is going to be absolutely delicious. What we'll do now, we'll strain all that loveliness. Strain that and we'll put it back on the boil then once it's strained. Turn that down a bit. Right, so we want to work that through. Messy, mate, isn't it? You know, men like mess, don't they? But even this is a bit messy for me. It's going everywhere. Right. Christ. Spitting everywhere, man. Repaint the kitchen after making this. Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, that's what we're left with, is that. It's like all the fibre, you know. What we're going to add to that, it's just a little bit of cream. There we are. Oh, that looks delicious, doesn't it? Right, we can put that into the soup. Oh, bloody hell. Try not to get it all over the kitchen like me. I'm a messy sod. But that is looking really nice now.
That looked lovely, mate, right? That looked absolutely lovely. But I tell you something now as well, right? People will say, well, what's the point? You can go in the tin, go to Aldi, go to Tesco, right? And you can get a tin of soup, and you won't get it tasting like that.
No.
Right? Honest to God, it's doing what we do in there. It's just showing us. It's the first time we've done things, and it's showing everyone, basically, right? If we can do it, like anyone can do it, and it's so much nicer. It doesn't really take masses and masses of time. It takes some. It takes some time,
Yeah.
but not loads and loads.
Tell you what would be nice, John. A bit of your naan bread dipping in that soup.
I was thinking that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've drunk it all. It was so nice. Oh, it was lovely.
Yeah, Johnny said that would be great with the naan bread. It really would.
It would.
See, I don't know if because my good lady Patsy tomorrow, she's got a job tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If she's up to it, hopefully we'll have a takeaway, and I'm gonna do. I've got enough to do one big naan left. Is in the fridge, and I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. So we're going to have that with it. Now next week, I've looked at, and I'm hoping to do onion bhajis. I have said before that I wanted to do them,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do them if I can get them done to a T, right? You know, like I'll be over the moon if I do then, because I, like I didn't India with tool costs us about a tenner, something like that, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try and make pea and ham soup next week.
Pea and ham soup.
Yeah.
That's an old favourite, see, but to me, it don't. I know it is nice, right? But the mixture doesn't. It's not appealing to me, that, right? But I have tasted pea and ham soup, and it's lovely.
Yeah.
But when you say it, pea and ham soup, I don't know. It doesn't sound appetizing, you know.
Yeah.
But I know it is a nice soup, you know. It really is.
Like I was looking
But
at
have you ever done things like this before then, Gar? Like your own soups and things like that? No, yeah, I haven't either, you know. I've always done. I tell you what I'm good at. I'm good at. I do a lovely plate pasty, you know, like corned beef pasty. I've done that. My mother taught me to do that, and I've done that all my life. I love doing like a Sunday roast dinner. I do that. I do like I've always done curries and things like that, right? But it's nothing gives me greater pleasure when you're out there, whoever hard it is, right, and people are tasting it, and you can see that they enjoy it. You know, it's great. You know, and I brought up Danielle for her to cook a bit as well, and she's a good little cook, in fairness to her too. Like, you know.
Yeah. Thing is, anybody out there that wants to do some cooking, and just do the video and we'll put it on. Hey, John, you know, anybody out there wants to send us a video of them cooking.
Oh yeah,
we'll put it on there for them.
I see John, but then I was seeing that the naan, the size of you traditionally, so you got to put it on the side of a tando, and basically we haven't got nothing like that, but we so basically we put it in the oven. I tell you where we go on holidays, John. In normal times, me and my wife goes to Turkey if we can, and they do this bread. I can't remember what it's called, right? But they came out before the meal, and this bread and it's free, but you know, but anyway, it came out and it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's right. Like for it's not the naan bread though, so I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful, and it's for the table to share, you know.
Yeah.
It's stunning how they do it. It probably costs some pennies to do, see, but it's a real nice touch, you know.
It's like you know, if you make a pizza with a pizza base, a proper one, it costs hardly anything to make. It's the topping.
Yeah, I know why.
So yeah, it might be pea and ham, or I might try something else. I'll have to have a look. Might try something more adventurous. But we'll have to see.
Yes, we'll. I'm gonna have a see it. Yeah, I reckon I'm gonna stick to the onion bhaji. I'm gonna try and get all the stuff there. You do need you need to buy stuff for it, but it's never gonna go to waste. You know, the stuff that you got to buy. I think there's red food colouring that goes in that, but that won't go to waste. See, because you use that then for chicken tikka and things like that. See, did you know that the tikka is mostly it's the way it's cooked, but it don't look like tikka. So they colour it with bloody red. They do, you know.
Yeah, they put a bit of cream in there, the red colouring.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's what they say. Where it makes you laugh quite a bit. The people say, "Oh, I like the red curry sauce from the Chinese." It's food colouring.
Yeah, and another thing in the chicken tikka which they put in there is sugar.
Yes, they do. There's a lot of sugar goes into these restaurant meals. This is why eating out in an Indian isn't so good for you, and you can have the same stuff in the house, which is very good for you, actually.
Yeah, you can cut back on it, can't you?
You did right. They use ghee, loads and loads of ghee, and basically it's melted butter, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and they use loads and loads and loads of it. Well, obviously, if you're eating breads and that butter, it's not good for you because you could eat it, because you're on this
Yeah.
special diet, right? But if you're eating carbohydrates and the butter, you're having carbohydrates and fat then, see?
Yeah. Oh, you can't
You
do
know,
that.
so
End
it's,
up mountain.
yeah. Hey, I tell you what I had today. I was up in Philco's, right? Not Philco's, sorry. I was up in Aldi's. I came out, and the young lady's in the car there. Excuse me, she said. Went over. I said, yeah, I didn't know her. They said, hey, I haven't seen him for ages. No, she said to me.
No.
I hope you're going to give that man, she said. I hope you're going to let him get a word in edgeways tonight. I said, what are you talking about? I said, I can't shut him up. No, she said, it's you. All the time, you're talking all the time, she said to me.
I
You
do
know,
get it then. Look, you talk over me, you do.
What?
You talk.
Well, I'll put a stop to it now, I will.
No,
See?
no, you carry on, John. I had a letter from the tax man. I filled out the tax return, sent it in, right? Oh, right. I had a letter now. Oh, £100 fine. You haven't sent it in. So, right. If you go on the phone, right, you're on there for blinking months because you listen to that crap music. So I went on Twitter, right? I sent a little letter on Twitter to the Inland Revenue. I said, you're all a bunch of blinking dickheads, right? Explained what they'd done. You can only do it briefly on Twitter. Within about 5 minutes now, they'd answered me on Twitter, right? And then they phoned me up and then talked me through it all, and they cancelled the £100 fine. It's good, isn't it?
Well, that is really good. But why couldn't they do that in over the phone in it? You know, they had. I had trouble the other day. There we are. It was with Virgin and Sky, right? So I was coming up to the end of my contract. So I had a look, and I didn't realise, right, that I was up to my end. So next thing you know, I look through my bank stuff, and the Sky charged me like 60 odd quid. What's going on here? So he phones him up. Oh, you're coming up the end, Mr. Morgan. He said, oh, I'm not very happy with that, they said. So I said, right, oh. So anyway, cut the long story short, Virgin phoned me, right? I said, right, oh, what can you offer? And they said, what do you watch? Well, I said, I don't watch sport anymore. So I said, no. So I said, we like a bit of film and like the package you do. All right, they said, well, we can give that to you for, we give it right now, that. Oh, with all with the Sky Cinemas, right? The Sky Cinema and the packages for £55. That's right, £55 a month. Oh, I thought that's not bad with the Sky. Oh, and they chuck in BT Sports as well, because that's what they do. I thought, well, that's not too bad. All right, they said we'll have a look at that now. So I phoned up Sky to say, right, I hadn't talked to them, and I just said, listen, I want to leave you now. I said, because Virgin are offering me this, and I told them what's what. So I said, they said, would you mind us giving you a quote as well? No, I said, carry on, you. So anyway, they've done something similar. So I've got the package, and I've got these 2 screens of Netflix, right?
Mm.
And they're giving that to me for £49 a month, right? So which obviously is better than that. They've still got films and that then, really. So I thought, right, they were then. That's all I want. I'll have to. So Virgin phoned me back then to say, I said, I'm not going with you now. I said, I've had a better deal. Oh, wait a minute, we can get this to you now for £45. Why don't they do that straight away?
Exactly, they're messing about, don't they?
I said, no, I said, you mess me about now. I said, you're doing that again. Why don't you offer you a best price straight away to stop people doing this? I said, I'll phone you in 18 months because I'm with Sky again now. So that's what they did.
I had the same with Talk. Oh, they were terrible. The service was going downhill, you know. And I'd done a video of the speed, and it showed it was really, really small. It was like 18 meg. It should have been 60 odd, see? So I'd done a number of videos, and I said, right, I'm leaving you now. I'm going with SSE. It's 24 quid, 60 meg, and You can't fault it. So they sent me a letter. Oh, stay with us, please stay with us. We can match them. We can do it. Well, you didn't bloody match them before, I said, and you couldn't give me the service before, right? So tatty bye, I said. So I'm with SSE now, but talk trying to get me all the time. I never go back.
Are SSE any good, guy?
Very good, very good.
I know you've had no trouble. I tell you the truth, I did have trouble with Sky right there for a little bit, and they sent me this box thing, this extra box, and now I sit out in my gazebo and I can watch the television on my phone out there, on there.
Yeah.
And it's when I'm sitting out the back, it's quite a good distance. I'm not the queen or anything like that. Like I haven't got acres and acres of land and everything like, but I can sit on the bottom of my back garden and have full signal from everywhere in the house. Quite quick. We don't use lots. It's only me and Patsy. We just maybe watch films and things like that sometimes. That's as much as we do really on the internet, like.
Yeah, but I use it quite a lot. But like I've got unlimited on my mobile phone, and they give me a Disney package with the mobile phone as well, so I can use Disney on the internet or on the TV or whatever through the mobile phone contract, and it's free for 18 months.
Oh, there we are.
So
we can't fault that. Jackie's in luck. Hey, Jackie, love.
Yes, good evening, Jackie Morgan. How are you? How is everybody? So, John, also now this is streaming to a website called neathbertalbot.com, which I've just started up. So
all right.
All our videos will be going onto that website. I'm going to build it up, and all your things can be for sale on there. My artwork can be for sale on there, and I'll sort that all out with you and show you how to do it, John, right?
Yeah, right you are. Did you see all this palaver this week now about the AstraZeneca injection? Europe didn't want it, and they proved it's all right now and things like that, but they going into lockdown. Number 3, they are out there.
Yeah, Italy, innit?
Italy, France. I think there's a few of them, guy. They go in lockdown again now. So I hope to God it's not that thing. We just coming out now. Because what I understood is that we normally a couple of weeks behind them, and we used to be.
Yeah, but
so I hope to God that's changed now.
Half the adults now have been inoculated in England, and Wales can't be far behind because they've done the orange days. They're getting queued down there, isn't it?
Oh, I went down there. I tell you, it's a good procedure. That it's a good system they got down there. I had mine last weekend. You pull up in the car, out to the car, in one sort of waiting area. They take your name and so on. You go into another one. I think it's like the queuing system. But you sit down, you go into the next room, and then the nurses are there then with the injections. They come and chat to you, give you the injection. They whistle as well as they do it. See,
okay.
Like that. Yeah, and you're out then.
Don't know what would be a good idea though, John? If they had a drive-through one, don't like you go from McDonald's. You drive through, take your arm out, dunk, off you go. Be quicker, won't it?
Yeah, well, but you do have to give details, don't you? It could be anyone coming through here. See, you could be, your Auntie Pat might be in the back, and she'll have it, and things like that. They go and know that it's you that's going down there, but they didn't ask for ID off me or my letter or nothing. They just asked for, I think, if I remember rightly, right, they asked for my name and my date of birth, and that's it.
Good God.
Asked for it. They didn't need to see it. They just asked for it.
Yeah. Amazing.
So, yeah, it is a bit strange, that, actually, but because I thought I had the letter, I had my driving license, and I had something else as well. But anyway, I took 3 things of ID, and they didn't need any of them.
Good God. They'd seen you on the panel, John?
Yes, indeed. They say John's coming now, look. So, there's a thing going around now. Who's more famous in Port Talbot, me or Michael Sheen? And I'm just on coming out on top.
I think you are. He's not doing much anymore, man.
I tell you what, you would be really surprised how many things that he's in. And I tell you what, I really like him. I'm not talking as a person. I don't know him, but I think he's a fantastic actor. See,
He is a real good actor.
Yeah, no, and I'm not talking about him as a person or anything like that because I don't know him. But he's but I've seen him in some things, and he's a real good actor. You know, he's he was Brian Clough. They done a film, see, about Brian Clough when he took over Leeds United, and he was superb in that. He sounded like him. Everything. He was Chris Tarrant in that when somebody stole £1 million from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and he sounded like him as well. You know, so he really takes.
On Nixon, isn't it?
He takes on it. Yeah, he really goes into it. You know, he's a good actor. He is. Fair play to him.
He is a good actor. Fair play. But when he said that he was putting up the money for the Banksy, you know, or I'm putting up money for the security, he only paid up 400 quid. But if you have a look in the press, it looks like it was thousands of pounds, you know.
Yeah. All it was the security itself was that plastic and Kevin Gregory, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no Kevin. All right.
He likes you.
Yeah. Bet he does too.
I was talking to him the other day. He said, "How's your mate?" I said, "Oh, he's okay." He's on a new series.
I don't know. They didn't tell me that. Listen to what John Bamsey saying, but you shouldn't drive at 15 minutes after the jab. No, they didn't tell me that, John. I drove straight home. I did.
They don't give you a cup of tea or nothing, John?
Nothing. They didn't give me nothing at all. But again, they probably didn't like me, did they?
No. You probably talk too much.
Yeah, that's what they said. Go shut this boy up. Yeah, we get him away.
Oh, so
I had a nice chat to your sister and your brother-in-law the other day. We sort of in a funeral, you know, funerals today. We were on the edge of the bloody road, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
But we met across the way, but there, you know, we had a lovely little chat. Fair play.
Oh, good man. So your story tonight now? You all ready for that? Ghost story?
Yeah, the story tonight, I'll explain now to the people. I'll be quite full now. I did explain it early on. I was sent this week, and it's it looks like it's an ongoing thing. She said she's doing something. If I remember rightly, she's doing something this weekend. So I think whether or not she's doing it tomorrow and watching the show today live, or is she doing it as we speak now, with this what she's got to do in the house. Mm-hmm. But it's again, it's one of them ones that's very scary, and it's actually happening now, you know, that and so it reminds me, but not by the things that's going on, because it's like totally different apparitions, if you will. But it reminds me of the thing that we done, because it does seem that she's going to let us know week by week. But this one, whereas the thing, by the looks of it, had happened and she knew it and she was keeping bits back, this stuff haven't happened yet. Right, because all the stuff that's happened so far is in these sheets. So next week's one is going to be what's happening tonight or tomorrow night with her. Mm-hmm. You see, so right. But that's the only one I've got tonight. It's because it's quite long, and I didn't want to break it up. So, well, just for until that's done, it might be finished next week. Now we don't know, do we?
No.
But so up until then, I'm just going to do this one. And what we could do again, do what we done with the thing, right, is once they're all there, we'll read them week by week. I can do it like maybe 2 or 3 weeks then of all short ones. and then do this one all together on one night again, you know? The whole
Yeah.
lot of them, however many there's going to be.
Thing is, if we're allowed out, we can go to Margam Abbey again, can we?
Oh, you hang about now, guy. You remember
And you
last
can
time?
Yeah, you can read it out down there.
Oh, it was... Yeah, well, I did say don't mind, but it was scary, wasn't it?
It was very scary.
And but the thing, did you know as well before we go? It's tomorrow. Oh, we could talk afterwards. It's the Spring Equinox tomorrow.
Oh, aye.
You
What's
know
that?
that?
No.
That means that there's exactly the same amount of sunlight to darkness or whatever. So so there's 12 hours of darkness, 12 hours of light tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So the lights, so the nights really are getting lighter. So that should lift everybody's mood.
Yeah. All right,
Right,
then.
I think I'm ready to do this, okay?
Yeah, I'm going, and I'll see you in a bit now.
Right. Now, I froze again now. Right, I'm going to have to leave and come back again, Gap, because something happened there. Here we are. Can you hear me? Can't hear you. Right, I just want to make sure if you can hear me. Somebody just say yes or no on that.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear,
Right.
John.
That's all right. No worries then.
All right, I'll go now then.
Right, there we go. It's happened again.
We can see you loud and clear. You're okay?
All right, you can hear me. I'll just carry on then. Right, okay. Hi. I've come across your show from a friend of a friend. I believe this story ticks all your boxes. It's true, it's local, and scary. It started off with a tap, a dream, then reality. It was a hot summer's evening, and the windows were open to let some breeze in. I was downstairs, alone watching TV. The lights seemed to dim, like some sort of shadow covered the lights. It was then I heard the tapping, knocking for the very first time. 3 sharp taps on the window. Startled, I got up. I looked out the window. I looked on the floor. There was nothing. I brushed it off, thinking I was so engrossed in the film that it must have originated from there. But I went to bed that night without a care in the world. Little did I know that it would be a long time before that would happen again. I was awoken that night, I can't tell you what time, with what I can only describe as a scraping, tapping, rustling noise coming from the window. At the time, I didn't connect it with the tapping on the downstairs window earlier that night. I just lay there for what seemed like an eternity, hoping I'd be hearing things. Oh, it was a dream. But that was wishful thinking on my part. Because as I was starting to relax, there was a distinct heavy knock on the window. 3 of them. Now, this is the first floor. I have no balcony, no tree, nothing that would allow anyone to be able to reach my window. I think now would be a good place to tell you that I live alone after being in a difficult relationship. I have no children, so it's just me. So obviously, I'm thinking it's my ex. But how? It wasn't stones, and I couldn't think of anything else. Reluctantly, I went up to the window and quickly pulled the curtains open. Nothing. No security light was on, which it is set to the most sensitive setting. Now I know I heard it. My thoughts now go to earlier on in the evening. I'm scared now, but I get through that night with fitful sleep. The next day in work, I tell my friends, where most took the mickey, and some were sympathetic. But two of my friends, the ones I always had break with, give me some advice that really scared me. Whatever you do, don't invite it in. Well, as soon as she said that, I went cold all over, goosebumps everywhere. Why should he invite it in? I asked. My other friend said, well, it might be a nasty spirit, and sometimes that's how they get into people's houses. Well, we talked all break about it, and by the time break was over, it was decided that my two friends would come over on the next weekend and stay with me. That's when things got very interesting. For the rest of the week, things were quiet, although I've heard whispering and shadows in my peripheral vision, but nothing I couldn't handle. So Friday came. I got some wine and snacks on my way home, and my friends turned up about 6 p.m. as was previously arranged. I showed them around, and I let them choose a bedroom each and settle downstairs. The night was great, like a proper girly night. We were having a little drink, giggling, just having fun, really. And then just after 10 o'clock, one of the girls went to the bathroom, and she came back as white as a sheet. We knew immediately that she'd seen something. She said she'd finished in the bathroom. When she left, she saw an old man walking into the box room, and that was her room for the night. She wanted to leave there and then, but my other friend Julie said there'd be safety in numbers and we should stick together. Well, Deborah eventually agreed, although she said there was no way she was staying in the box room alone. It was agreed she could sleep in my room as I had a double bed. I don't think Julie was too happy with this, and she had to stay in her own. However, she agreed, as she'd been the one to talk Deborah into staying. It was then we realised what the girls had said during the week about asking whatever it was to come in. It was too late. It was already here. Now things from here get a little scary. We were sitting around chatting. Now all the lights went blacked out. It just seemed like an audible pop. Total darkness. We all screamed, as I think any bunch of girls would, really. Eventually we calmed down, and I went out to investigate. The main trip switch had been activated. I put it back on, and everything came on as normal. Then the knocking started. It seemed to be coming from upstairs. Holding on to each other, we went up to look. Nothing. Then it started downstairs. We were petrified. Downstairs we came, nothing again. And it started upstairs again. But this time the bedroom doors were opening and shutting, faster and faster. Julie suggested we leave for her place and come back in the morning. She didn't have to ask twice. We got what we needed and spent the night in Julie's. We talked for a good hour or so before going to bed. Thankfully, sleep came easy that night. The next day was a mixture of emotions. We chatted about last night's episode. Although we were scared, we were determined to go back. So back we went. It was all quiet. No evidence of any disturbance whatsoever. We waited, watched, and generally did nothing. My two friends went home, making me promise to call them if things got any worse. But I agreed, but nothing happened for a further 5 days or so. Thursday evening, I was sitting in the lounge when something caught my eye. I turned to look, and going up the stairs was an old man. But it was as if he was gliding. He was walking like so smoothly. I followed him upstairs, but there was no sign of him anywhere, although the box room door was open. I phoned Deborah and described the man, and she confirmed this is who she had seen. However, the feel of the house was different. It felt peaceful, not scary when the windows were knocking. Well, this weekend we're staying over again. Hopefully it'll be uneventful, but somehow I got a feeling it won't be. I'll sure to let you know if you're interested, and I'll message you next week. Take it easy, Jane.
Ooh, scary one, John.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave again, right, and come.
He's gone again. He's trying to get his picture. Could you hear him? Could everybody else hear him? I could hear him okay. I know when I went off earlier, you couldn't hear me because I switched the microphone off. Funny, isn't it? See? We're not professional at this, are we? We just only go. So anyway, Gary Ross, nice to see you. How was the... There we are. That's better, John.
Yeah, I don't know what happened then, but again, yeah. So reading at it, yeah, I read it quickly today. It must have happened because what the reading at it today, they said it was the summertime, so it must have already happened.
Yeah.
So it is. So it is like she didn't want. Perhaps she did wanted to feel how people thought to see if she should write any more or something,
Yeah.
But that again, she's living on her own, man.
I wouldn't agree with that.
No, but you should go to have somewhere else to live,
Yeah,
well, no, maybe not. But
when I lived in Surrey,
see what that girl done there. That would be my Lexi, guy. Do you know, like coming out to the bathroom, seeing a ghost, old man, and they probably would go into the room I was staying in.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Cutting up, John.
Yeah, come here, lovely. Cut you up for me. Good God.
Yeah, well, there's all these type of things out there, and all these little houses, and the Prince down in the Moudlum, but there's haunted, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is, right, again, since I've been doing this, the amount of people that message me through Facebook, and when I'm out, they tell me like a story of about a minute long. Do you know, like, I was, I was doing the garden, and I looked up and I saw my mate from work by the garden gate, and he had died like 3 years ago.
Mm.
Well, that's the only thing they saw. That's scary for them, but you can't really stretch that one out to read on here, can you?
No.
But I've had loads of people come on to me with little snippets of the supernormal and paranormal, but a lot of them are not long stories. So people might think, it's you sort of scraping a barrel the last couple of weeks. No, it's not that. It's finding the long ones. I got loads and loads of tiny ones to say, I saw Aunt Mabel on the bus passing or something like that, whatever, But they are not really entertaining enough to tell like the general public. But if he was like 20 people had these little experiences, and he was all in one circle, that would be a real good night. That would I would love that night. See?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, when the COVID eventually goes, we'll all be down Markham Castle, John.
Oh, now then.
We'll have to hire it for the night, and we'll all have to go there.
To start off, see what would be good would be about 6 of us in your house by there now, all sitting around chatting away.
Upstairs where my mother snuffed it.
Oh, see now, you've got to go that little bit further, haven't you? got to go upstairs when your mother passed away.
Yeah, get him in there. Lock the door. Ma'am, get him.
Yeah. But see, can you imagine something like that? You're there, right? And it could be like a perfectly good reason for it, but say you're all. It's because this happened to me. See, when we were doing Spirit in the Glass, you're all there, you're all doing it, and the main switch goes out, right? Or we was in the factory, we were right, and the main never ever went out before, right?
Yeah.
And all it was, you just put the switch back up, right? And you would have had. We didn't know where it was. We had to phone up. It was like 2 a.m. We had to phone up the fitter of the the bloke that fixes the factory, to phone him up to find out where it was. So I don't think it was anyone that was there that did it.
Yeah.
But can you imagine sitting in your house, but then like these people were doing, and the next thing all the lights go out.
Scary, isn't it?
Oh, see, but you then will get up. But it's only a trip switch. But yeah, but it had to go then, didn't it?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weird.
So there we are.
There we are. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight.
Yeah, I really do hope people enjoy these stories, but it's, if you leave a bit of feedback and press the thumbs up button, and if you're not subscribed, press subscribe, because it just makes sense.
Yeah. And if you can subscribe, then if you do win on the Scotch Scad game, you can get whatever you win. If you're not subscribed, you can't have the prize.
Quite right too.
Yeah. So we'll see you all next week, Friday, 9 o'clock, for a bit more cooking and a bit more fun and a bit more talk. By then, I would have had my job. John might be here by himself.
Ooh, you never know. Right, so it's like I say, I do enjoy doing them, and good night to everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you next Friday.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.